on your mat with the knees wide. Bring the head down. Let the shoulders relax. Inhale, come all the way onto your knees, reach your arms up. And with your exhale, pull the elbows down, engage your lats, cactus arms. Exhale, bow forward. Extend the child's pose. We do 2 more. Inhale, bring the arms up, reach up tall. Exhale, pull the shoulders down, lift your chest, lift your face. Exhale, all the way down. Last one. Inhale, come up, reach up tall. Exhale, pull the shoulders back, bring the chest towards the sky. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, come onto all fours. Bring the knees and feet parallel. Bring the forearms down. So you want to find your shoulders on top of your elbows. Let's do some cat-cow movement here. With your inhale, bring your chest forward. And exhale, round the belly to the spine. The movement will be a little less than when you have your arms straight, but it's going to bring the movement more into the shoulders. So enjoy the stretch day. Move with your breath. And then find a neutral spine, so no arch, no hollow. And find the weight on both of your elbows. Lift the right leg up in a bent position and just lift straight up for 5 times. To engage the glutes, activate the back of the hamstring here. I'm gonna need that later. Other side, bring the right knee down, lift the left knee up. Really check in with your core again. Try not to open the hips to one side. And just lift 5 pulses. Really nice. Bring the knees down. Shift back into child's pose one more time. And then with your inhale all the way onto your belly. Hands next to your chest. Feet hip width apart. Toes into the mat. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, roll up with your spine. Bring the elbows close to you. Cobra variation. Exhale. Slowly down. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up. Try to only lift from your back. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Become light on the fingers. Maybe bring the arms next to the side. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hands next to your chest. Shift back into your downward facing dog this time. Take a moment here to settle in. Hands and feet nicely planted in the mat. Maybe do some wiggles as we just start our day with movement here. Keep the head and neck nice and long. One more deep breath here. Maybe you want to exhale out of the mouth. And then walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Bow forward. Bend your knees. Roll up to a standing position. Bring the feet together in front of the mat. I'm going to start with some sun salutations, Dharma Yoga style. Inhale, bring the arms up, arch slightly back, Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your heart and chest and step back with your right leg. Inhale, lift, low lunge. Exhale, plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Lift the heart and chest, low lunge. Step all the way forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, reach up and back. And back to Tadasana, left side. Inhale, reach up with the arms, open your chest. Exhale, bow forward, full Uttanasana. Inhale, heart lift, step back with your left leg. Reach forward with your chest. Take the right foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. If you want to take your knees to help, feel free to do so. Adjust this practice to your needs. Back to downward facing dog. One deep breath here. And then bring the left leg up again. Step forward in between your hands, low lunge. Both feet meet on the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, Urdhvastasana. Back to Tadasana. We're going to add the same cactus arms that we did in the beginning. So bring your arms up, reach back and pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach up tall and exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Step back with the right leg, low lunge. We'll meet in plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take the right leg into the sky, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge, reach forward with your chest. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up back, and then bring the elbows down. Inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, reach up with your arms. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back with the left leg. Keep your chest nice and open. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we meet back in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge on the left side. Both feet meet, forward fold. Inhale, come up tall, reach back, one more pull, elbows down, open your chest. Inhale, back to Uttanasana and back to Tadasana. Take a moment to close your eyes, feel your heart beat moving, your breath. I'm gonna add a little bit more to the flow. Let's start in Utkatasana. Arms up, knees together, see if you can see all 10 toes. We add the same cactus arms. Bring your elbows down and back and try to really open your chest. Pin the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down, open the chest. One last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, push the chest open. Inhale, find your Utkatasana. And exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Lift your chest halfway, Adho Uttanasana. Step back with your right leg, low lunge on this side. This time, come up. Make sure your knee is on top of your left ankle. Bring the left arm behind to the opposite hip. You can keep the right hand on the front knee. If you want to have a little deeper stretch, you can bring the right arm up. Really sink with the right hip down. If you feel like the knee is going over the ankle, just walk it a little bit more forward so you really feel the stretch on the right side. Stay for one more breath here. Exhale, release. Shift the left leg into straight, pull the toes towards you, and just do some flex and point in the foot to waken up your left hamstring. And then stay in the flexed position. And you can either interlace the hands behind the back or just hold the wrist or even the forearm. But that gives us the opportunity to really feel the engagement in the leg and keep our spine nice and long. And exhale. Release, rebend the left leg and come into a half squat on the left side. You can support with your hands. The right arm stays down and we want to reach to our back, so to the straight leg. Try to think more of length than crunching your right side. If you need to be a little higher, that's completely fine. You don't have to be sitting all the way down. Exhale. Come back forward, both hands inside of the leg. Step back into your plank. Come all the way down onto your belly. Bring the fists together behind your lower back. Elbows wide. Push the toes into the mat. Inhale. Lift up as high as you can go without dropping the elbows. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, bring the left cheek to the mat, look towards the right. Take a moment off, just laying on your mat. You're welcome to do the exact same thing. Or if you want to go a little deeper, we're going to go into Shalabhasana. So interlace the hands behind the back. Bring your head forward. Push into the hand. Lift from the strength of your back into Shalabhasana. Maybe even lift the feet up. Exhale. Release. Bring your head to the opposite side. Take 3 deep breaths here. And bring your hands next to your chest. Push yourself back into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step forward, low lunge on the right side. And we'll meet in full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, sit into your chair, Utkatasana. 3 more times, cactus variation. Exhale, pull the elbows down, shoulder blades back. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one, reach up tall, pull the belly into the spine. Exhale down. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, full Uttanasana. Lift your left leg up to step back with your left. Low lunge. Come up into an upright position. Find a good alignment with your knee on top of your ankle. Left hand stays down for now. Bring the right arm behind to the opposite hip, so the front of your right shoulder can open. Welcome to keep the hand down. If you want to go a little deeper this morning already, bring the left arm up. Make sure the knee is not falling out to the side. You want to keep it in your midline. 2 more deep breaths. Exhale, release, both hands down. And then you're gonna squat, ninja squat to the right. Left leg nice and straight. Left hand stays down and right arm reaches over to the left side. Take the height you need to really feel the elongation in your left side. Nice. Exhale. Come down. Shift the right leg into straight. Half splits. Let's do some range of motion here. Point and flex. Maybe make some little half circles. And then come up so high. So really push down in the heel that you can either interlace the hands behind the back in any variation that I showed on the other side. Keep the chest nice and long. And the stretch is only good for your body if you have the same amount of strength and flexibility. And without the hands, we would maybe drop much further. But this is where our body can support it. Exhale, release. Rebend the left leg. And step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, come all the way down on your belly. Bring the left arm in front of you, parallel with the front of the mat. Catch your right foot from the outside with just one hand. You can stay here or push into the leg so that the knee is lifted from the mat. Make sure the knee stays in your midline. Keep your chest nice, wide and open. Exhale, release. Other side, bring the hand to the outside of your left leg. It's like a little twist. Also here you can push into the knee. Pull the shoulder blades back. It's more about opening the chest and the leg right now. Keep both shoulders parallel to the front. Exhale, release. We switch to the other side. Right hand down. Reach back with your left hand. Catch the outside of the foot. Maybe that's enough. Maybe push a little bit into the leg to keep the chest even higher. And since I don't really see you, you have to be much more precise with aligning your body so it feels good to you. Release the left leg, catch the right from the inside. Pull the shoulders back and feel a little stretch here. For more depth, push into your hand so the knees lift. And exhale, release. Bring your forehead onto your hand. Wiggle your glutes a little bit from right to left. Loosen up the lower back. And then bring the hands next to your chest. And push yourself back into downward facing dog. Stay for a deep breath here. Maybe invite an exhale out of your mouth to just release, to neutralize your body. Lift the left leg up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. One more time, reach up. Exhale, step all the way forward, fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's bring the feet wide and parallel with your mat. Interlace the elbows behind the back. Gonna go deeper in a second, so just wait here, come halfway. Now let's make some big circles with our whole body. Keep pushing into the legs so they support this position. Let's make 3 big circles to one side and 3 big circles to the other side. To loosen up the hip. Maybe feel some cracking, crunchiness. Stay upright. You can just catch the hands behind the back, the elbows again, or interlace the hands behind the back. So go in Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find a little bit more length. And exhale, bring your forehead, your head towards the mat. Your hands reaching back, open your shoulders here. Make sure your head and neck's nice and long. Inhale, pull yourself back up into a standing position. I'll show you this from the side. You turn the feet out 45 degrees and come into goddess pose. The knees on top of your ankles. I want you to check if your belly is nice pulled in. So you don't want to stick your butt out. You really want to find a nice line from shoulder to your hips. And we bring the arms up. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades open and back, cactus arms. Exhale, bring the forearms together, squeeze, round your upper back. Inhale, open the elbows wide, chest nice, wide and open. Exhale, push it together. One last time, inhale, open. Exhale, push. Inhale, bring your arms up, stay a little lower. In your goddess pose, lift the right heel up. Bring the right heel down, lift the left heel up. Maybe you want to try lifting up both heels at the same time, stay low. A little lower than you think you can, feel the shaking. Inhale, push all the way up to extended knees. Bring the feet parallel here, hands in your hips. Bring the elbows as close as you can. Exhale, halfway forward. Hold for just one more breath. And then exhale, release into a forward fold. You can either walk the hands forward like an extended downward facing dog, or you can walk them back in between your legs to get a little bit more compression and feel the belly closer towards the thigh. See what you need this morning. Either way, you want to keep the weight more into the ball of your foot, so the shoulders can get a stretch or the compression is better supported. One more deep breath here. Bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Left hand just underneath your face. And then open the right arm up. If it's too much with the arm reaching up, you can bring the hand on your sacrum. That also allows you to check your alignment. If your hips feel sideways, make sure you find a way to parallel your hips and your sacrum. Find the length in the twist by reaching all the way to the crown of your head through the spine. Exhale, release. Right hand down in your midline, left arm reaches up. Maybe check your alignment here as well. Bring the left hand on your hip, left elbow facing up. Exhale, release the side. Bring the hands back onto the hip. Find a nice way to come up with a straight spine. Really nice. Come back to the front of the mat, feet hip width apart. Interlace the hands behind the back, reach up the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head and neck, you too. Inhale, bend the knees, find a wide-legged chair. Pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. One last time. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up with your chest. And exhale, forward fold, release the hands. And grab onto your big toes with your peace fingers here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, elbows to the side, Parangusthasana, forward fold. Stay for 5 deep breaths in this position to give our body some time to release the backs of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring both of your hands in front of you. If you need to bend your knees to bring your hands down or use a book or a block, that's completely fine. Shift the weight onto the left leg and bend the right. From here we do the same bounces that we did in the beginning. So try to bring your toes towards the sky and feel the engagement in your glutes. Keep the left knee bent if it's too challenging to keep it straight. We do 5 bounces here as well. Make sure the knee is not going out to the side. You want to push it straight up. Release the right side and shift to the other leg. Balance on the right and the left leg lifts. Try also not to arch. It's really the flat back, just the glutes move. Really nice. Bring both both feet down. Move the feet a little wider than your mat to come into your squat. Hands inside of your knees. Take a moment of rest here. Hands in front of your chest. Maybe bring your chest to your chin to create some length in your neck. Reach up tall. Maybe bring your arms up. And from the strength of your leg, come into a half squat where your hips are on top of your knees. And then all the way up to standing. Really nice. Bring the feet together. We're going to go into a balanced pose. The left leg is your foundation. Bring the right knee into your chest first. Stay nice and long here. To just shift the weight onto the left leg. And then take the inside of your right foot. You can keep the left hand on the hip. If you are ready, you can push a little bit into your leg and find your dancer's variation. If you know you're more flexible, you can push a lot. If you feel like, hey, I need some stabilization and you have a wall close by, maybe use the wall to find your expression and then slowly let go of the wall. Try to find 2 to 3 deep breath in this variation. Before we come back up and release. Take a moment to shift onto the right leg. Lift the left knee into the chest. Ground your right leg. Ground your whole body into that right leg. Focus your gaze. Focus your mind. And then we switch the left hand inside of the left foot. Maybe this is enough for you today. Keep the right hand on the hip. Maybe just lean a little bit forward, see how it feels. Maybe take the right hand as a counterbalance to the front, and then find how deep you want to go on the side. Find steadiness in the pose. Stiram Sukham Asana. Steadiness and comfortable. Come as slow back out as you came back in. And just find some hip circles here again to loosen up the standing balancing pose. Next time, bring the feet together in front of the mat. Lift your arms up and back one more time. Arch back. Exhale. Bow forward. Forward fold. Step both of your feet back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Bring both of your forearms down for dolphin pose. Keep the knees bent if you need to. You stay here for 5 breaths. If you want to take this time to go into an inversion forearm stand because it's in your practice, feel free to do it. Otherwise, just stay here and really feel the pushing out of your elbows to open the shoulders. You don't want to sink your nose towards the front. Sometimes it helps to actually release the tension and feel the difference, and then push into the elbows. And then, if you're still flying, come back down. If you're in your dolphin, try to push into your hands to straighten both of your arms at the same time. Bring the knees down and walk your hands forward to Anahata pose. Hips are just on top of your knees. You can either bring the forehead down or the chin towards the mat. Take 5 deep breaths to release the front of the chest, to let your heart melt down. Create openness in your heart space. Our heart is the most powerful tool we have for ourselves, but also how we interact with the world around us. Slowly come back up from your Anahata pose. And we're gonna go into a variation of camel pose. So come onto your knees. Make sure you can measure the distance by just placing 2 fists in between your knees. So hip aligned on top of your knees. Come on both feet or on both toes, so you have a little bit more space. And reach back with your right hand. Maybe you can touch the right heel, lift up with your left hand. What happens a lot of times is that the hips are not pushed forward, so make sure you really push the hips forward so this part stays nice and open. If it's okay, you can look down towards your foot. Exhale, release. Switch to the other side, left hand down, right arm up. One more time. Right hand down, left arm up, push the chest nice, wide and open. Other side, left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, release. Come sitting on your heels for a moment in Virasana. Close your eyes. Let your body feel what happened in this pose. And chest opening might feel really intense, especially in times where we feel a lot of pressure from the outside. And I think that's even more important, to keep our body open so our mind can stay open. Inhale, come back up onto your knees. Find a good position here. I have some variations for you. What I like to do is bringing my hands onto my rib cage, pulling the elbows down, and just lean back slightly. It doesn't have to be a deep back bend. If you want a little more, you can also interlace the fingers behind the back here, pull the chest nice and open, and sink a little bit more down. If you feel like that's all too much, just keep the hands on the hips, slightly lean back. I'm going to stay for 5 breaths this time. Make sure you have enough energy to come back up and find your child's pose, wide knee position. Hands just alongside of your body. Breathe into your whole spine. Calm your nervous system down and just taking a rest. into your downward facing dog one more time. Let's go into pigeon pose. Lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right wrist and sit down. Take a moment to really feel a good position for yourself here first. For some, it's like the heel closer, the knee a little bit more outer in. You can always use a pillow or a block to support yourself if you feel like going to one side. You can keep the hands in front of you for now, or even next to the hip. Really make sure your hips are facing forward. And there are so many things you can check for yourself. And this time is a good opportunity to learn what is a good alignment for myself. As nobody can fix it for you. See what do you need. Stay one more breath upright. And then make your way slowly to the front, but left arm underneath the right. So we want to encourage a twist that creates a nice opening for the side of the shoulder. Right arm reaching forward, left arm underneath. Feels a little bit like a pretzel. Try to fully surrender into this pose without the need to do or change anything. Most of the things that we constantly want to change or complain about are not changeable. You can only bring awareness and acceptance into them. Inhale, come back up. And one more upright position. And push back into your downward facing dog and make some circles for your hip. If you feel like you're warmed up enough, you can flip your dog. And just bring the right leg behind and reach up with the right arm over your head. Exhale, release. Come back to our downward dog if you didn't stay there. Left leg lifts high. Exhale, pigeon on the left side. Left knee down. Open your heart and chest first. Really see that the right hip can sink down. Stay in an upright position. Maybe even walk the hands closer to the hip. That brings a little bit more opening to the right hip flexor. And the surrendering part feels much nicer if we did a little active version before. Walk your left hand forward so the right hand can walk underneath the left, and you can rest on your right shoulder. See if the side feels any different. Sometimes you feel this pose in a complete different part of your body. This side I feel much more in my hip than in my shoulder. Versus the other side, could almost only feel my shoulder with the weight. Just observe. We can only make the changes for ourselves, not for anyone else. Do the work you need to do for yourself. Take one more breath here. Let yourself sink completely in the floor. And lift back up. And push back into downward facing dog. Release the left hip. Maybe make some circles, whatever feels good. If you flipped your dog, bring the left leg all across your body. Push into the right, left arm over your head. Exhale, release back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, bend your knees, and come sitting on your mat. Find a good position so both of your sitting bones are grounded. Flex your feet. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, reach forward for Paschimottanasana. If you need to bend the knees to find that connection between the belly and the thighs, please do so. Five deep breaths here. Allow your body to hold you in the space that is only right here and right now. Our practice gives us so many tools. Breathing is one of them. Come back to your breath. Over and over again. Slowly lift back up from here. Bend your right foot and cross it over your left. So the foot is outside of your left knee. Left hand supports your knee, right arm back. Do an easy twist first. Lift from your chest all the way along your spine. If you want to go deeper, you can bring the elbow onto the knee. Look over your right shoulder and see if you feel like you're leaning back or if you really are able to elongate your spine with every inhalation. And to deepen the twist with every exhalation. Now breath is the best indicator if the pose is comfortable for us. And before we untwist, bring both hands onto and one line with your shoulders just on the side. You can drop your head and neck here. You want to make sure to keep the pressure on the knee. Inhale, come up, release the right side. Other side, pull the left knee in and cross the left foot over your right. Sit up tall first. I really like to pull on my bent knee. And then take the left arm up and reach it all the way back behind your chest. Micro adjustments here. With your inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. If you did the elbow to knee connection on the other side, feel free to do that here. Look over your left shoulder. And most importantly, just breathe. Same thing here. I'm going to show it from the front this time. So we are in the twist, and then just bring the hand down, let the head and neck relax. Goes a little bit more into the IT bend on the left side. And exhale, release. Come all the way. Lying on your back Bring the feet so close that you can touch your hands to your heels. Inhale, lift the hips up. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. No matter if you just want to stay here or if you want to interlace the hands underneath the back. That like scooping action of the shoulders allows us to really lift the chest up so we can bring our chin closer to the chest. Let's stay for 3 more deep breaths. And then release 1 vertebra at a time back to the mat. Pull the knees into your chest. Maybe some half circles here as well, from right to left. Lift both legs into the sky. To just let the blood flow reverse itself. And bend both of your legs so you can catch the outside of your heels for happy baby. You can play with extending one leg at a time or even just rock a little bit from side to side. And find a moment of stillness here as well. Guide the feet together so the knees are together as well. Bring your arms alongside of your body in one line with your shoulders. Let both knees fall to the left side. Easy twist, look towards the right. Try not to pull and push. Just allow your body to unravel by itself. Inhale, pull the knees back in. Exhale to the other side. Knees heavy, look towards the left. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. Don't worry so much if the knees are all the way down or not. Inhale, pull them back up. Give yourself a nice hug around the front, the shins. Pull the nose to the knees. Take a deep breath in before you exhale for the release. Find your Shavasana, lying on the back, palms facing up, legs hip width apart. Gonna go through the whole body here, starting on our feet. Feel both of the feet warm and relaxed. Go a little bit higher to the shins and the calves. Allow them to just rest on the mat. The knees can relax. to your thighs and your hips. Allow both of your legs all the way from the toes to the hips to release, to relax, to rest on the mat. Feel your glutes releasing. Feel your belly rising, and by that relaxing your belly and your lower back. Feel your chest and your upper back. The warmth in the center of your chest, spreading from your heart throughout your whole body. Creating energy to connect with ourselves, but also to everyone around us. Feel your shoulders releasing, resting on the mat. Travel a little bit further, upper arms, lower arms, all the way to the fingertips. Both of your arms can release and to the mat. Last but not least, your head and neck. Let your face become really soft, the gaze completely still. And that really soft inner smile. And allow your whole body to release into this final resting pose, Shavasana. As we calm our mind and move our body, we can find much more ease in our daily life. Feel how powerful the intention of our heart is. And how it brings us closer together, no matter where we are. And slowly let the come deeper again to reawaken your body from this final resting pose.